Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and we're going to do Rachel's challenge today. Now this was the one where she did tags, she collage tags, and then she drew on the top of them and painted. And you guys know I don't draw. I can't, I can't even draw a straight line, and I can't draw a crooked line when I want to draw a crooked line. So we are going to collage on these, but I'm probably going to use some stamps, and I may try to draw one little flower. I don't know. We'll see how brave I am. Okay, first let's say thank you to a few people. And let's see, Graceful, Elaine, Dawn, Rita, Carol, Rebecca, Verna C.A. Gibson, Rhonda, Betty, Debbie, Sandra, Anna, and Elvia. Thank you guys so much for donating through Buy Me a Coffee. We really appreciate it. And if you want to know what that is, you can go down and click on the link below and go over and read about it. I'm not going to do all of the drawing and everything. She is fantastic at it. I am not. So we will go from there. All right. Now, also, she did her collage on book pages. I have got a ton of these that are just the backings off of some ephemera, and I want to use them up. So I'm going to do mine on this. I don't think she would care. I think that would be fine with her. It's just, it'll help me use these up out of my stash. And they'll already be cut too. So, but you can do it on book pages if you don't have anything like this. Just collage on book pages and then cut it out. Cut it up. But I am just going to try to do it this way and see if that works. Now she used all natural. She used all neutral backgrounds, so that's what we're going to try to use. Just put some neutral pieces on here. So how are you guys? What are you doing today? Are you crafting, or are you having to work? I am having to work and craft. I won't make you watch me do each one of these in collage. I'm just going to do one or two and you'll know what I've done. And then from there, I'll get more of these pulled out and collaged, and then we'll come back and we will start putting whatever we're going to put on here. I don't know, draw, or I don't know. I'm not being very brave when it comes to drawing, but I might try. We'll see what happens. It's not that I'm afraid to. I don't know how. I've never been one that, I mean, I'm not afraid of anything, just about. I'll try anything on air once. It's just that I don't have that ability. Some people just have that little knack of drawing and it just comes easy to them. That's not me. I am not one of those people. I'm looking for a different kind of page or paper. This I'll use this book paper right here. Now like I said before, my granddaughters, they are natural born artists. Both of them can draw and paint, but their mother didn't get that, or their grandmother didn't get that talent, or their mother either, really. I don't think Melina or Alicia, either one, can draw. We don't have that. Somewhere back in time, there must have been an artist in our family, and the grandkids just happened to get all of it, I guess. They had to get all of that talent. I think a lot of it comes from practice. I think you just have to kind of bite the bullet and practice. And that's what I say with anything that you do. I mean, the more you practice, the better you get. And you just have to get down and do it, I guess. I'm going to get a towel and wipe my hands off, because that glue is so much on my hands that I probably won't be able to trim this without it sticking to me. Now I'm just going to trim around the edges, and then we'll cover the back, and then we'll get started on this. Now I like to wipe mine down when I use a glue stick just because it usually, no matter how hard you try, you usually get a little glue on the top. And if you're going to paint or draw or anything, or even stamp, you don't need that glue on the top of that. So I think we'll just use this piece to put on the back. Okay, we'll trim this one off, and then I'm going to do the first stamp or draw or whatever I'm going to do on here, and then I'll bring out the other ones that I have collaged on, and we'll work on those. And who knows, you may see me draw on one. You might see it. I'm not promising anything. You know, I used to sit and watch those shows where, I mean, Lindsay, I've watched her many times, and I watch all of those people that draw and paint and all that. And I think, oh, that just looks so easy. But when my hand starts doing it, nah, it's not that easy. It's easy for them because they have that talent. Not for me. Okay. All right. We're going to be brave on this one, and we're going to try it. And I'm going to use my pencil because if I mess up, you'll never see it. So I think we might just draw some flowers. I'll tell you what, I'm going to draw the flowers first. And I'm just going to draw some pretty big petals. And see, I can never get all my petals the same size. And I know they say, well, don't try to get them the same size because flowers in nature are not all the same size. But, you know, sometimes you want them to be a little bit close. Okay, that's going to be one. And I'm just going to put some little bulbs or seeds or something here in the middle. And we'll go over this with a marker in a minute, maybe. And then, let's see. Let's put another one over here. I mean, we'll do that little heart petal. I think it's a 5 petal. See, I'm telling you. And this is even harder to draw on because you've got those different layers of paper on there. That's going to be my excuse anyway. Okay, there's another one. Really crooked, but it's going to work. And then we'll draw another one here. And now the problem is, I don't know if I even have anything to paint these with. I may not have. Let's see. Okay, and there are stems. No laughing. No laughing. I hear you guys laughing. No laughing. All right. There they are. There they are. Now, we're going to go over that with a dark pen. Just so, let's see if I've got a dark pen here. Maybe. Just so when we color that. Oh, this one may not write. Is that one going to write? That one, I think, is out of ink. That's an old Project Life one anyway. So let's try another. Let's see if we got another one in here. We'll just grab one of these. Let's try this one. This is a little bit thick, but we'll go over it anyway. So Rachel, I'm being brave. It's not my forte, but I am being brave. I'm drawing, and I may paint if I can find anything to paint with on camera. I can't even follow the lines that I drew with the pencil. Okay, and then the stem. I am very proud of those people who can draw, though. I won't say envy because I don't envy them. I'm just very tickled that they have that talent. Okay, that is that. Now I'm just going to go over and erase my pencil marks. I do have a bigger eraser somewhere, but it's buried. So I'll just erase my pencil marks and then we'll start figuring out what we want to do in here. Okay, so there it is. All right, now let me see if I have any markers of any kind. I gave my granddaughters just about all of my markers since they are artists and I am not. But I do have these real brush pens from Arteza. Now I don't know how good they still are because I've had them a while. So we'll see what we can do with these. This is, this is kind of a red color. We'll just go in here and paint this. I may just get one tag done. And since this is not a watercolor paper, this paper is going to soak up this ink like crazy. So there's no way that I can do any kind of shading or anything like that. Not that I really know how, but it's just going to all be one color. And I may go quiet while I'm painting just to keep myself in line. Well, somewhat in line. You know, years ago when I was in school, and I don't know about where you went, but we didn't do all the coloring and art and things that they do now. I know a lot of kids learn art and things in school. We didn't have those classes. Didn't have, you know, I don't think I ever really owned a set of crayons. I think somebody probably gave me some when I was smaller, but we really didn't do any of that. There wasn't a lot of that done back then. You made sure you got your homework and you got your lessons. You learned all of that. And other than that, there wasn't a lot of anything else going on. So we didn't sit around and color pictures and, you know, do that kind of thing. I went to a pretty tough school that believed that PE was more important than any kind of art or anything. So we had everything that could be imagined in PE. We did archery, we did bowling, we did classical dance. We did all of that in PE, where, you know, I know they don't do that kind of thing now, but that was just the school that I went to. That was their big thing. They had a big archery team and a big dance team. And so, and if you was good, you know, if you were any good at what you did, any of that archery or any of that, you got to go to the championships with all of the people, which I think I went once. I don't know that I was that good, but I think they just needed another team member. I think I went once to the championship and got to, you know, shoot against some of the other people from other schools, but it was a lot of fun. I still love archery to this day. But now classical dance, you know, I liked dancing, but I didn't like classical dance. I wanted to do the thing that everybody was doing back in the 70s, which was not classical. Okay, I'm just pulling in a green and we'll see what we can do here. My. I said I wasn't going to do this, didn't I? Yep. I hope this week Rachel's on to something else and not painting. Oh. I have dreaded the last 2 weeks of doing her challenge because it's just not in my comfort zone, as I told you guys. But I guess sometimes we have to step out of that comfort zone, don't we? So this is to encourage all of you who said you're not a painter or a drawer either. I don't think drawer is a word, but you know what I mean. Just step out there and do it, because if I can do it, you can. Let's see, what was I going to grab? Oh, I wanted to get a light yellow. And that black is going to bleed off a little bit, but that's okay. I don't mind them being dark, the little centers. That's fine. Just wipe it off with my pen. Alright, so that is that one. Now, I think I will come in the little centers of that with a real fine tip pen. Hopefully it's dry, because I don't want to ruin my pen. And I'm just going to put some little lines. There we go. Alright, so that's the extent of it. So there's the tag. I don't know that I would ever use it, but there's a tag. No, I promise you I will use it. I may use it in one of my journals, but I'll use it. I don't think I'd give it to anybody else. So we're going to cut this off. It is fun to color and things every now and then, though. Just to, I don't know, it's relaxing. Okay. And I just used my little template to do that. And now I'm just going to go around it with a little bit of ink. And I probably will stitch around this too. It just looks like it's calling for stitching. Okay. So there is that one. Now, I'll tell you what I am going to do. And not that I'm so proud of it, but just that you need to always put a date, a stamp date on what you do. I'm just going to stamp right down here. October 18th, 2021. This is a new stamp that we just got in. I think Melina has these. Well, I think they're a little bit different, but we've got some of those too. She has them listed with the November Gratitude Journal Kit that she has got. And by the way, if you want one of those, go over and grab it, because she only got 15 because, you know, we didn't know if a lot of people would be interested in it or not, so we only picked up 15 kits this time. And that's the Gratitude Journal Kits. It's completely different from any of the other kits that we do. Okay, you won't believe what I just did. I just went through the whole spiel of doing a couple of different things here and did not have my video camera running. So I did this one, and this one. This one I stamped and I colored in. This one I used a stencil and put on here and just used my sponge and colored in. And then this one I used stencil and just put it on here and colored in. This one's called Wildflower. This one's called Tree Branch. And then this is one of Tim Holt's stamps. So I was doing all of that. Didn't any have you guys turned on? How you like that? Well, I guess that means we'll need to do a couple more. So let me collage a couple more. We'll do a couple more of the tags, and then we'll come back and we'll embellish some of these. I probably won't do too much to these, except maybe put a little label or something on them. Maybe something down here. But let me get a couple more of these pieces collaged, and we'll do a couple more. See what happens. You know, the only one I think I got on camera is the one I was actually drawing, and that's probably not the one that you needed to see. Oh my goodness. This is not my day. This is a typical Monday around here. Okay. I am going to ink these and then lay these aside and grab a couple more that I have collaged. Okay, I think we're going to use this stencil on this one. This is quite a big one, but maybe we can get the flowers on there anyway. So I'm going to use green to go around the stems. This one is a little bit harder for me to see. Let's see. Stem. I may color over something that needs to be another color, but if I do, I'll just come back to it. And I'm just using a sponge. Of course, I said that in the other part of the video that you didn't see. And this is just one of those sponges that I cut up. And I cut them up and I use those to color in like this. Okay, let's see. Can't tell if that's part of the flower. Yeah, that's part of the flower. Alright. Now I need, let's try a red. Let me find a red. What about, let me make sure I'm on, yeah. What about Victorian Velvet? Let's see how it, and I may have to ink it. Don't know if it's going to go on here too well. Maybe. Okay, and then I've got one down here. Alright, now I can see a petal right there that I missed. Okay, let's reveal it. Since I have stuck my fingers in every color ink that we have. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now, I would like it better if I had not put this paper right there. But we may just put it, let's just put another flower right there. We can do that. Let's do this. Bring that right there. Get our little sponge here and just put another flower here to cover up that we have a big blue piece there. Okay, maybe we didn't mess it up too bad. Oh no, that's better. So I've got 3 flowers on there. We could even put a little one right up here if I have a little one. Let's see. I think all of these are the same size. Let me grab. I pulled out another. Now that we could put a little bird right here. Why don't we do that? Put a little bird right there, and we will put him on there in blue. And this is Mermaid Lagoon. Have a blue bird. Oh, cute! There's a little bird. All right, now the first thing I want to do is I have to give that little bird an eye. I don't think they're alive until they get an eye. There's his little eye, and then he needs a little beak. Just a little pointed beak. And maybe some little feet where he's about to land. There we go. So there's our little bud. He's cute. I like him. Now see here again, you could go around these with black marker and make everything stand out more if you wanted to. But I'm thinking, let's see. I do see something that I want to change, I think. Let's see. How did that go down? It went down like this. This right here, these little circles, I think I want to do those in brown. I don't really know what they are, but I think I'm going to bring them in brown. And see, I've got just tons more ink than I do anything else. So it's better for me just to use this type of ink, Stampin' Ink. Alright, there's one, and then there's one coming out right here. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see, I like that. But I think what I'm going to do, of course, I'm not going to stop on this one. I am going to draw some little circles around those little circles. Little circles around those little circles. I think that will make them stand out a little bit more. And I'm using some things that I don't normally use, because I don't normally use my markers. I don't normally use all of these different colors of ink. I don't normally use my stencils. So there's lots of things that I'm using that I normally don't use. Okay. See how much more that made that stand out? Like that. Now, I want to do something else. Let's see if I have a blue pen that I can go around that with. Let's see if this one will do it. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll try it. Just to kind of highlight the bird. Yeah, that helped him a little bit there. All right, now, what are we gonna do? What's next? Let's see. I don't know if this is the right color green, but this is all I've got. So we're going to go around a few of these leaves. Okay. Now I want to go around my flowers. I do. And these are actually Cricut pens. I don't use them in my Cricut. So, and that's, I don't think it's going to write on here either. Some of these I've had forever and they've probably dried up. That one looks like it's dried up. Let's try another. Well, they all kind of look like they're dried up. They probably need a little alcohol in them. Yeah, and I think I've got probably got a little bit of glue on the top of this, and that's going to hinder them too. As a matter of fact, it'll ruin your pens if you don't get it off. So I think I'm going to try that. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that one. Look at all the stuff I have drug out here. I think I'm going to leave that. Just cut it into a tag shape. And oh my goodness, I've got everything knocked over into my ink. So let's cover that up. So there is that one. Now, I haven't inked around it or anything, but I'll do that later. Now this is the other one that I had, and what do I want to do? Well, you didn't see me do this one in color, so I guess I'll do this one again. I don't really have another big stamp like this that I could stamp on here. Okay, and I'm just using some Memento ink, and this one I'll stamp right in the middle, maybe. Now, not to worry if your stems don't come all the way down like you want them to, just draw them in. Alright, let's pull in our, where are they? Here they are. Our big brush markers. And let's see, we'll do these in a different color green, maybe. Maybe, no, that's the same two color greens I used a minute ago. Let's do this one, these in olive and maybe this color. Trying to see what other colors of green I have. I don't think all of mine are together. I let my grandbabies use them, and they don't, of course, they don't know to put them all back together, but that's fine. Let's use this one. I don't think we used that one before. Okay. So I'm going to take the lightest one first, and I'm just going to go in and do a little bit of light right in the middle somewhere, or maybe on the top of the leaves. I think the other ones I did it on the bottom of the leaves, and that, you know, that represents the sun coming up from the ground. Oh lordy. Okay, and I may have to go back over that, and that's okay if I do. Let's see what color this looks like. Oh, I kind of like that color. Now I will probably just speed this up and let you watch it. Okay, we did that one, and now I'm just going to go back in with this. Not that it's going to blend, because this is just copy paper and the ink is already soaked in, but just kind of rub over it a little bit. It might blend a little, who knows. Okay, and I think that is it on that, except we want to cut it into a tag shape, and then we may do some little something on the side. Oh, just dropped my marker. I am going to stitch these, so I'm not going to do very much on the sides. I saw Gail do something last night that I thought was very interesting. So let's see. I don't know if these markers are going to do it, because they're not. They're brush tips. I need a marker that has like a solid tip. Let's see if this will do it. She did little dots. Well, that's not big enough dots, is it? I don't have the right kind of marker to do the little dots. So we'll just pretend that we've got the right kind of marker to do them. One more down here, and I think that's all. There we go. So there is that one. I'll hold them all back up and show everybody just a second. I was going to see if I could do this stem and maybe this green, if it'll even write. Like I said, these are old. I've had them for years and years, and they're probably all dried up. Yep, that one's all dried up. I'm batting 1,000 on these. All of them are dried up. No, that one's not, but that's a wrong color green. I don't need that. Okay, let's just do the stems in brown. You can always count on a Sharpie. And you can do this coloring things with Sharpies too if you want to. I would not use a good pen on this, because if you've got a little bit of that glue on the top, it's going to ruin your markers. There we go. And then just right off a little bit. Okay. Right, so I think that's it. Once I stitch around it, I think that'll be good. Now let's do a little bit of embellishing on these, and then that will be it. Hopefully, I'm still filming. Let me look and see. Yep, still filming so far. All right, let's put a few labels on here, and then I'll have them stitched in the at the end when you see the photos, or at the beginning when you see the photos, I'll have them stitched, so then you can see the stitching on there. Maybe that's a little bit too big. Okay, let's look in here and see if we can find a little label. These are from Nancy's Fancy's Beads. And I'm going to put this one down there even though it says bloom. But I think I am going to cut around it. I know that plant's not going to bloom because that's just a vine. But okay, I put that label down there, and then I just did some rough sketching around the label. Just, I don't know, give it a little bit more interest maybe. And then I'm going to grab a piece of this faux washi that we did and put on the stem right down at the bottom. There we go. So there is that one, other than inking around it and then stitching. And I'll do that. I'll do the stitching off camera, and then you'll have photos at the end that will show the stitching. All right, let's bring these others back in. Okay, this one, I'm thinking a little label is going to be it on here. Let's see if we can find one. I don't think I need a big one on there. Just grab one of our labels. Let's see, what shall we cut? Let's do Cherish. And we may do two labels on this one. I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to use my art glitter glue on this. And you could decorate these little pieces up a whole lot more than I'm doing. You could put some lace on them, some different trims. You know, you could do lots of different things to it. I'm just doing this. This was what the challenge was all about, so this is what I'm doing. When I start to add them to journals, I may come back and do something completely different. Now, I did large tags, but you can do small tags, or I think she said you could do pockets, different things. Mine are kind of large because normally I have a hard time finding large tags. Now, I really wish I hadn't have done that. I think it would look better if I hadn't have done that, so I'm going to cover that with something. It's just, I just don't like it now that I've got it down there. So let's see what we might put on there. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that right there. This is just a little piece of, it is actually the barcode from paper. The little top barcode. Yeah, I think that will cover it. It'll cover it enough that I don't have to worry about it. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it anyway, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't have to, I'm not going to have to be concerned with it. All right, so this will just look like another part of the collage. There we go. And we'll cut that little piece off. Now, I like that much better. Okay. Now let's put a label on this one. I'm thinking we can use a larger label on this one. We'll grab out one of Tracy's. What about this one? Oh yeah. We'll put this one down. This one says nature. And yes, I'm just dropping all of my little giblets right there when I could be putting them in my giblet box. I think we'll put that right there, and then I may come back and put something else up here. What about a number or a number label? Let's do that. Number 78. Okay, so there's that one. We got this one. Could possibly come back with a number down there. That's red, but this around it is burgundy. I don't particularly care for that. Let's just use one of these. This is Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. This is her labels. And this one just says journal. I think I might bring it right across the stem right there. Like that. And then let's put a little number or something up here. So what are we going to put? What about that one? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, that's there. I think that's all I'm going to do to that one. And then this one, I think all it needs is a label or something up there. Maybe a pretty good size label. Okay. Then I'm going to grab a piece of my faux washi, whatever I did with it. Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of this faux washi tape. And this is a piece that doesn't have the sticky on the back, but I'm going to use it anyway. And I'm just going to put it right across there. Okay, so that's another. And then, like one more. This one. Let's see. What do we want to do to this one? Tear this and see what it looks like if we go all the way across that bottom where my branches don't quite come up to the top. Yeah, I like that. Or my branches don't quite come down to the bottom. I think I said to the top. You can tell I'm concentrating, can't you? Don't even know what I'm saying. There we go. That there. Okay, and then a little label. And I think we can run one that way. Let's do that. There we go. Now, Rachel put... she put an eyelet in hers and then did a little ribbon. I don't think I'm going to put an eyelet in mine. I think I'm just going to do a ribbon on them. But I want to stitch around them first. So all I'm going to do is use my little ribbon punch and punch right here. And then put a piece of seam binding or something on there. And I will have that in the photos as well. But I'll hold these up so that you can see each one. So there is that one. There's that one. There's this one. This is the one I actually drew and colored. And I got my label crooked, but it's okay. And that one. And then this one. Alright guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, this was Rachel's weekly challenge. You can click on the link below. I'll put her channel link there. And you can go over and watch her channel and she can show you all of the ways this was supposed to be done. But I enjoyed it anyway. I enjoyed playing around with it. So, you know, something new, something I haven't done before. So, I had fun. Alright, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.